Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow, stumble to your table, and there it is, a thick book. Gold lettering, leather cover. Can you guess what the title could be? Life, the official user manual, version 1.0, non-refundable, non-returnable. Would you flip straight to the chapter called How to Make Money Without Stress? Or maybe page 237, How to Stop Texting That Person You Know Is Bad for You? Or maybe, just maybe, how to stay calm when NEPA takes light in the middle of your interview. But here is the real question. If life really had a manual, would we even follow it? You listening to this, would you follow it? I don't know if I would follow it. Think about it. Most of us don't even read the manual that comes with our phones. We just poke around, tap things here and there, and pray it works. The only time you see people going through the manuals that came with their appliances is when they are struggling to actually fix the bolts and the nuts. Life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced. And that's a quote by Soren Kierkegaard. My name is Ngozi Obiefna, and welcome to yet another refreshing episode of Random Talk with NG. On today's episode, our title for reflection today is If Life Had a Manual. So sit back, reflect with me, and let's see what comes out of this. Why do we wish for a life manual so badly? It's because life feels complicated. Think about it. Do I take this job or that job? Do I marry this person or wait for someone else? Is eating suya at midnight self-care or self-sabotage? We want certainty. We want a Google map for life saying, in 400 meters, turn left towards success. But that's not how it works. Life doesn't give turn-by-turn navigation. It gives potholes, speed bumps, and surprise detours. Soren also said that life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forward. Now, think about a time you wanted someone to just tell you what to do. Did the advice even work perfectly, or did you have to figure it out yourself anyway? I always tease my friends sometimes and I say, I wish I could just see a person and from their forehead, I would see a word like yes or no, like proceed or abort mission, to save us all the heartbreaks, all the pain that comes with betrayals from friendships, relationships, or to save us any toxicity that may come from workplaces that we settle for. Now, even if there was a manual, some people would just Google life manual summary, PDF free download, or they would even decide to put it on an AI prompt and ask for a summary, right? And others would skip to the troubleshooting section. How to fix heartbreak in 3 easy steps. Why is my car making this weird noise? And if at first you don't succeed, then skydiving definitely isn't for you. And that's a quote from Stephen Wright, which is more like a humorous reminder that life isn't risk-free. Now, here is the twist. Life already does leave us instructions. They are just not printed in neat chapters or fine letters. Every failure is a sticky note saying, try another way. Every joy is a bookmark whispering, more of this. Every heartbreak is a highlighter screaming, this is what matters to you. Now, can you even remember when you were learning to walk? There was no manual. It's not like your parents were forcing you, stand and walk, stand and walk, stand and walk. No, it could be that your mom was not even in the room and then she came in to see you trying to stand on your feet and then trying to take baby steps. There was no manual, no TED talk. You fell, cried, stood up again. That was page 1 of your real life manual. Lesson 1 is failing is normal. Keep moving. Oscar Wilde once said, experience is simply the name we give our mistakes. I once asked a friend, if you could add one instruction to a life manual, what would it be? And she said, stop rushing. Even a microwave takes 3 minutes to warm jollof. Wisdom wrapped in humor. Life lessons come from everywhere, from parents, from failures, even from bad traffic days, from inanimate objects, What lesson has life been trying to teach you repeatedly? Is it patience, courage, saving money, listening to your gut? In every situation we find ourselves, life tends to teach us one lesson or the other. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans, John Lennon said. So if life doesn't hand you a manual, you get to write one, and you're already doing it. There's this quote which we mostly see that, every day is a new chapter of a book, or every day, I can't remember how it is, but I'm just going to paraphrase it. Every day is more like a new page in the chapter of your own book. So you get to write on it whatever you choose to write on it, right? I don't know how exactly was said, and I can't remember. So every mistake, every win, every what was I thinking moment is a page in your personal instruction book. So what rules have you learned the hard way? Don't send angry text or sleepy text or text after pepper soup at night, or don't bother texting people after drinking. Don't drink and drive. Always carry extra cash and tissue. If it doesn't sit right in your gut, it probably isn't right. So what if your life manual had chapters like page 12, drink water before coffee, your brain isn't a raisin. Page 47, stop comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's Instagram highlight reel. Page 104, rest is not laziness, it's a software update. Charlie Brown once said, in the book of life, the answers aren't in the back. If you had to write just 3 rules in your manual today, what would they be? Pause, really think about it, and write them down if you can. I knew someone who said their top rule was, trust detours. They are not off-road, they are part of the road. That line changed how I see every setback, because most times what feels like delay is often just direction. You know how we say rejection is redirection most times? You know what's beautiful? Everyone's life manual looks different. So stop comparing yourself to others. Some people's chapters are about resilience. Others are about love. Others about never lend money to that one cousin. Never make promises when you are happy. Never say things when you're sad. There's just different life lessons from everyone, for everyone. And an elderly man once told me that if I could write one rule, it would be this: spend less time worrying and more time laughing. Half the things you worry about never happen. The other half, you survive them anyway. Think about it. There are some hurdles which you've caused in the past 8 months, since the year began. And there were things that you really, 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 really worried about. But now you don't even think about them. And you can't even see that you're living in answered prayers simply because you're worrying about how the rest of the year would be. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated, Confucius once said. Who in your life has a page in your manual? Whose wisdom do you live by, even when they are not around? If life had a manual, it wouldn't be a neat corporate handbook. It would be messy. Coffee stains, sticky notes, pages torn out and rewritten, but it would be yours. So here is my challenge to you and also to myself. Take a few minutes after this episode. Write down 5 lessons you wish you had known earlier. That's the start of your own life manual. Maybe it's don't let fear drive you. Maybe it's save money before you need it. Or don't trust anyone who says they don't like plantain. Well, let's not talk about that. George Bernard Shaw said, life isn't about finding yourself. It's about creating yourself. I know how you want to say, life is too short, everything has to be done quickly. But then you're not even getting to experience the beauty that is called life. And then by the time you look back, you find out that all your youthful days are gone, all your productive days are gone. You're now an old person, you have nothing, you can't even tell stories of back in the days, whether you fought in wars, or whether you were really the life of the party, or whether you were able to impact people's lives. When you're in the evening of your life and you're having those moments, you're asking yourself, what did I do with my life? Please, life is about creating yourself. Thanks for tuning in on this episode of Random Talk with NG, where we laugh, we reflect, and sometimes we write imaginary instruction books for life. Don't forget to follow, share this episode, and hey, maybe one day we'll all compare manuals. Enjoy the rest of your week.